How do farm environmental regulations requiring permits? Imagine working on a farm where every move you make could need approval from the government. That's because certain farming activities are regulated to protect our environment. When farmers do things that might affect water, air, wetlands, or involve hazardous materials, they need to get permits first. These permits are official permissions that make sure farms follow environmental rules and avoid causing harm. Most everyday farming tasks like plowing, planting seeds, or harvesting are usually allowed without permits. These are considered routine and don't usually impact the environment enough to requiring approval. But when a farm plans to change wetlands, discharge pollutants into lakes or rivers, or emit air pollutants above certain levels, permits become necessary. For example, if a farm wants to build a pond that will hold water and change the natural flow of wetlands, they need a permit under the Clean Water Act. This law requires a permit called a Section 404 permit for discharging dredged or fill material into waters, including wetlands. Usually, farms doing normal activities are exempt, but if they plan major changes, they might need a general permit or an individual permit. These permits often include rules to restore or protect wetlands afterward. When it comes to air pollution, farms that emit certain amounts of pollutants must get permits under the Clean Air Act. For example, if a farm has many animals and produces a lot of manure, it might need a permit if emissions go over 100 tons of pollutants per year. This is common with large livestock operations called concentrated animal feeding operations. These permits help control air quality and prevent pollution from spreading. Handling hazardous substances also requires permits. If a farm uses chemicals that are dangerous to people or the environment, laws like the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act, also known as CERCLA, requiring reporting and permits for releases. This means if chemicals spill or are released in large amounts, the farm must notify authorities and may need a permit to continue using or storing those chemicals safely. Farms that apply waste or treated materials to land, like manure or sludge, also need land application permits. These rules regulate how long the farm can do this, how they monitor the land, and how they close the operation to prevent soil and groundwater contamination. Knowing these permit rules is important for farmland investors and operators. If they plan to expand or change their land use, they should check with environmental officials to see if permits are needed. Getting the right permits helps avoid costly fines and keeps the land compliant with laws. It also affects how the land can be used and its value in the market. In summary, permits are required when farming activities could impact protected resources or involve regulated pollutants. Routine work is often exempt, but major changes or new operations usually need approval. Staying aware of these rules helps farmers and investors keep their land productive and environmentally safe.